Hello and welcome to Xbox Classics. In this installment, the game is Eggmania, released in 2002, developed by HotGen Studios and published by Kemco. Eggmania is a puzzle game that was put on the Xbox, the PlayStation 2, the GameCube, and also the Game Boy Advance. It's essentially the same on all platforms, so really you can get it for whatever platform you want. The Xbox version has the benefit of running in 480p, which looks great, considering its age and all that. So let's play some of this. So you can choose your character, just your avatar, it doesn't really matter. So what is Eggmania, you might be wondering? Well, this is a puzzle game that is of the vein of Tetris, but it takes a very interesting take on Tetris, and this is a very arcadey type game. I feel like this is the kind of game that, still would have been in arcades, if arcades have been still around, Your goal here is to build up a stack of these blocks and reach to the top of the screen before your opponent does. You can flip blocks and create platforms. Now, if you create platforms where you don't fill in the rows, they become unstable, like I just created a block there. You can fix your mistakes, but fixing your mistakes comes at the cost of you maybe not reaching the top quick enough. The meters that you have are basically a stability meter. Your goal here is to just get to the top as quickly as you can. There, I won. This makes it a wonderful two-player game. So you can pick up these blocks, and you control this egg guy. You don't actually control the blocks themselves, and that makes it very different from like a game like Tetris. The game is very simple to control. You use either the analog stick or the D-pad. Using the D-pad is probably preferable for most people, including myself. Drop blocks down, create platforms. Oops, that was my fault, my mistake that time. A single block, that's not very useful. Alright. Now, as you'd assume, the game starts off fairly easy, but then gets more and more difficult as it goes on. The great thing about Eggmania is that, especially on the Xbox, where this was a very, kid-friendly game, there's no real demand for it, and the game can be found for almost nothing. This is another one of those games where you can pick up for like $2. And for that price, this game is more than worth picking up. It's just a fantastic hidden gem. The Game Boy Advance version is also extremely good port of this game, even though, you know, it's the GBA version is, you know, doesn't look as good, obviously, but for what it is, the Game Boy Advance version is pretty impressive. So that. The object here is to not make too many mistakes. If you create a blockage, you want to fill them in, but you don't absolutely have to. If you create too many mistakes, what happens is you end up with an unstable platform, and it can actually completely collapse. There are also modes where you'll get bombs, and you'll throw bombs back and forth between you and your opponent. And, you know, the person who, you know, gets stuck with the bomb, it explodes, and the surrounding blocks get destroyed, and you get stunned, and, you know, it's not a good time. So it's certainly an interesting puzzle game. It might even be one of the very best on the Xbox. I still like one of the early games that I showed, what was it? It was Mojo, which is an interesting game. And I still think that game is highly underrated, and, you know, it deserves you know, some play. But Eggmania here is surprisingly good. This game, when I picked up, you know, I was like, okay, what can I expect? It's $2, I'll pick it up and try it. But hey, it's pretty damn good. Better fill in the blocks. So at this point, I could just do a mad dash and get to the top and win. The simple premise of the game, you know, and the fact that it only uses a couple buttons really does make this an arcade-style game. And as an arcade-style game, you know, I think that it would have been really great and popular in arcades if arcades had still been around, you know. This is the kind of game that, you know, I would have loved to play in the arcades. I don't know if there's been many modern remakes of this game or put on any of the other platforms. Oh, I got knocked into the water. That's no good. But if it is on any of the other platforms, I would imagine this would probably have a very good online mode. But just as it is, you know, on the original Xbox, this is a great, you know, local multiplayer game. You know, it might look confusing at first, but really you'll get right into it. Like, the gameplay is very simplistic and the game is a whole lot of fun. 2 more rounds. And get rid of blocks that are not very useful. Alright, last round. Alright, I could comment on that name, but I just won't. I'll leave it as it is. It's pretty clever, though. I got taken out by a kappa. Jeez, guys, leave me alone. I'm just trying to create a column. Alright, so that'll about do it for this video. So thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions about Egg Mania here, you can leave them in the comment section down below. And also be sure to hit the like button, because hitting the like button helps support my channel, lets me know that you guys want to make more, what you want to see me make more videos like this. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.